Igniting Community, a safe space to learn, share, and grow. Don't forget to like and subscribe below.
Hi ladies, welcome to A Midlife Voice. My name is Lynn Frank. If you didn't catch my video last week, I talked about having 3 paths. You could either be the to-do queen, and that path is, you set a goal for yourself, you achieve it, you move on. You set a goal for yourself, you achieve it, you move on. Never actually taking the time to pause and stop and think, what is it that I really want for myself this year? But rather goals that are set by society, meeting social expectations. Been there, done that. And some of those goals are okay to achieve. They make us feel good, they give us the energy we need, and I applaud you for that. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm telling you is that there is more. The second path I talked about was the deny path. You've got this feeling inside of you and you're like, oh man, is there more? Is this it? What else could I do? But you don't really stay there in that thought long. You push it down and you go, oh, well, I've done everything they've said I should do. I guess this is the way life is. And you deny that feeling. And the third path is the awakened path, is the path I chose in my 40s to consciously walk and live every day. And what I'm inviting you to do today is to think about 2 things that I think are really important when you're trying to achieve a goal for the year, or you've set an intention, or maybe like Danielle spoke about, you've picked a word for the year that's going to help define you or lead you in the decisions that you're going to make. If you're not part of the Facebook Igniting Community group yet, that was our Saturday prompt. And the things women came up with, the words you are using, they're awesome. They're awesome. I still don't have one. I know. I feel like I'm late, but you know what? I don't want to rush it. Nothing has come to me yet. And so here I am without a word, feeling okay about it, but still thinking. And that's the idea. Don't rush, let it come to you. Think about what it is you really want. And when you come up with that word or those goals or that intention, 2 things I want you to think about. 1, ladies, are you listening? Your goal, your intention is for you. It's for you. It does not have to make sense to anybody. No one has to understand why you chose that word. No one has to know why you chose that goal. You want to share it, go for it. But ladies, don't be discouraged by those people who don't understand you. They don't have to. What you're choosing for yourself is exactly that, for yourself, for your mind, for your body, for your spirit. And too often when we share something we're excited about, and if it's not received by others with this like, yeah, awesome, positive encouragement, a little bit of self-doubt creeps in. That inner critic, that voice speaks a little louder. Not this year, ladies. Not this year. When someone doesn't understand where you're moving to, you don't have to justify or explain yourself. You just go, oh, well, it makes me happy. I'm excited to get there, to do that. And if the inner critic gets louder and louder and the self-doubt arises as it often does, it's okay. Ladies, it's okay. Acknowledge the voice, acknowledge the message, and let it go. Don't give it time. Don't ponder on what it is saying. I hear you. I don't believe you. Move on. And then remember why you chose that goal, why you chose that intention. Go back to the journal prompt that led you there, the moment in silence that invited you there. This year is for you. So that's number one. Your goal, your intention does not have to make sense to anybody but yourself. Number two, find a sisterhood. Find a sisterhood. Find cheerleaders that are going to encourage you. Because although your goal might not make sense to some people, there will be this beautiful circle around you that encourages you, that empowers you to move forward, that believes in what you are doing. Yeah. And you know, when I talk about sisterhood, like, what gives me the right to talk about it as though it is a must? And I'll tell you why I understand sisterhood a little bit more than most. Number one, I grew up in an all-female home. My dad passed away when I was in grade 9, so 14 years old. And my mom raised 3 independent, strong women. And during my adolescence and my adult life, I have lived firsthand what it is meant to be surrounded by a sisterhood that may not always understand you, but always supports you. And in those moments of self-doubt and the inner critic, it is your sisters and your friends that you could turn to. I've lived the power. It's magical. It is special. So I want you to think about today, who's in your circle? Who's going to support your intention, your goal? Who is going to encourage you when you're feeling good, but also in moments of feeling self-doubt and discouragement? The second reason I know that sisterhood is powerful and every woman needs one is I went to an all-girls high school for most of my high school experience. And in the classroom, some of you have heard this story before, but it's a powerful one, so listen closely. In the classroom, my quiet, passive sisters participated when it was all girls. Hands up, gave answers, shared their thoughts and their ideas, made relatable connections. We were active together as a collective. In the hallways, we chatted with everybody. I kid you not. When the boys arrived at our school, mirrors in the lockers that I had not seen before. Of course, some girls had mirrors, but not like this. My quiet, strong, passive sisters went silent. And I saw the dwindling power. And I wondered why. And after researching the experience, I realized that men actually do better in a co-ed experience. They want to flaunt themselves. And so they raise their hand and participate and try to own the room. And girls do the opposite. And in that moment, I realized the power of sisterhood. When women come together, we are strong and powerful. And so not only do I invite you this year to prioritize yourself, to set a goal or an intention, pick a word that is for you and you alone. I want you to find a sisterhood, a group of women that will support you and encourage you. And together we rise. We don't all have to be doing the same thing, ladies. We don't all have to have the same goal. The idea here is to empower each other on our individual paths so that women feel good. They realize that they too can live an authentic, successful, and happy life. Ladies, thank you so much for coming to visit. Come back next Saturday. I've got some more intentional interruptions that are meant to empower you. Peace.